tegen Zorg en Zekerheid Leiden. Via 15:33 gingen wij naar 33:58, 50:84 en de eindstand van deze wedstrijd was 72:96. Mooie overwinning voor Leiden. Marijn Ververs, hoe kijk jij terug op deze wedstrijd?
Ik denk dat we een hele goede wedstrijd hebben gespeeld als team. De punten van focus voor deze wedstrijd waren dat we goed zouden beginnen. Afgelopen wedstrijden hadden we daar een beetje moeite mee. Dat is, lukte deze wedstrijd goed. Daarnaast verliezen we de laatste tijd vaak de rebound. Ik zie dat we we hebben met eentje verloren, maar dat is nog wel redelijk. Dus ik denk dat en we hebben goed als team gespeeld. We lieten de bal goed rondgaan. En we schoten met scherp, dus dat was een mooie pot voor ons.
Ja, absoluut. Er gingen heel veel driepunts raak. Hoe verklaar je dat? Dat heb je natuurlijk eens in de zoveel wedstrijden, maar is dat ook omdat je goed in de wedstrijd zit?
Ik denk dat ze sowieso heel veel schutters in ons team hebben. Dus we hebben wel vaak wedstrijden dat we veel drietjes raken. Vandaag was het wel bijzonder hoog. 17 raak zie ik. Dus ja, soms heb je van die wedstrijden. Vandaag was er eentje van.
Blij om te winnen in Groningen?
Ja, zeker. Ja.
Gaan we over naar jouw Groningse collega Willem Brandwijk. Hoe kijk jij terug op deze wedstrijd?
Ja, minder positief. Ik denk als je een team 58 punten laat scoren in één helft, dan maak je het zelf heel lastig.
Waar zat dat hem in, denk je?
Ja, kijk, hun schiet inderdaad 50% van 3 punten. En ze kunnen niet van balskins af kunnen komen. En weet je wel, 1 keer oké, maar het gebeurde 3, bijna 4 keer. En ja, dat zijn dingen die mogen wij niet laten gebeuren, vooral niet als we thuis spelen.
Eens. Zijn er dingen wat je daaraan als team zou kunnen doen, als je daar zo op terugkijkt?
Ja, gewoon fysieker aanpakken vanaf de start. Ja, zoals ik al zei, een speler kan niet aangeraakt worden. En dat is voor allemaal, van guards en bigs. Een speler die kan volledig door de paint heen lopen naar de 3 punten en een open 3 punten krijgen. Ja, 58 punten in een helft, zo ga je nooit een wedstrijd winnen, maar niet uit of je uit of thuis speelt.
En is dat een verschil in energie in de wedstrijd?
Ja, ik denk gewoon vooral het fysieke component van het spel. Dat ontbrak gewoon. En ja, een team zoals Leiden, dat straft dat meteen af. En dat, credit naar hun natuurlijk, ze hebben heel veel talent. Maar nogmaals, wij kunnen dat niet laten gebeuren.
Eens. Ik denk dat we overgaan naar de coaches. Jullie de kleedkamer in. Dank jullie wel.
Bedankt.
Over naar de coaches. Ivan Rudesh en de coach van Leiden, Geert Hammink. We'll do this part in English if you're okay. I think you're quite good at English.
Pretty good, yeah.
Pretty good. Your reflection of this game, nice win against Donar. Yeah, your overall reflection?
Well, you know, if you have to sit 2.5 hours in a bus and then 2.5 hours back, I think you want to play the way we played tonight. It makes the trip back a little bit easier, or a little bit easier. And I think we did quite a few things very well tonight. We made it a focus to clean up our pick and roll defense, and we're super aggressive the first quarter. Well, actually, 3 quarters we were pretty aggressive. We had a little dip, I think, halfway the third quarter, and okay, at the end it was okay, yeah. But I think our pick and roll defense was good. The second line behind it was excellent. And we wanted to win the rebound battle. We did both, and when we do that, I think we have the pieces to make some shots, and they fell tonight.
We're getting close to the playoffs. Do you think you and your team are ready for playoffs?
Paul, I come up here and do you guys a favor, do the press conference here, but I didn't want any difficult questions.
You could think of it.
Now look, are we ready? No. Are we close? If we play like tonight, we're very close. But we're not there yet. We're not there yet, and we don't have that much time. We have a relatively young team. With the exception of Worthy, all of our guys are 25 and younger, I think. Just on the top of my head, and they are. That has its advantages and its, I don't want to say disadvantages, but the things that we need to work on. And you know, the eagerness is there, the willingness there to soak it all up and to leave it all on the floor is there. So we have what do we have? What is it? Help me out here. 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks, I think, till the playoffs.
Yeah.
To work on some things, on some details, and you know, certainly we will address that in Leiden.
Perfect. We're going over to coach of Donar, Ivan Rudes. Your reflection of the game. It will be a different story, I think.
I mean, well-deserved victory by Leiden. They played fantastic. Their shooting confidence is off the roof. Finke, Potts, what he did to us in the first halftime was too much to handle. La Chance, threes. Yes, we can say talent. Yes, we can say they have a very talented team. This is no doubt, but we didn't do our job. We didn't clean up the transition defense. We let La Chance shoot an open three early in the game that he scored and get confidence. We were not tough enough. First thing that we had written on the board is the physicality and bumps. And yet we managed to receive, I think, 14 points in the paint in the first 12 minutes, which is too much. Regardless, with all the respect to Leiden's talent, with the good basketball they play, we didn't throw the best punches in the first 12 minutes, and that was the result. Some players are still searching for their identity. Some players still don't understand what it means to play for Donar in terms of, I would say, sacrifice on defensive end. We allowed 3 layups. For me, that's unacceptable, you know. And they're young, but they'll learn quickly. And we didn't throw the best punches. We came back with a different attitude from the locker room in the third quarter. Still, our ball movement was not perfect, but we did create some open shots that we managed to make. I think our percentage for 2 points was quite poor. We didn't execute, especially down the stretch. Couple of layups missed resulted some open threes in transition. So that was a game, you know. And when Leiden opens up the first halftime the way they did, for them it's easy to play after.
You were talking about confidence. Is it difficult to get that confidence back in your team when you're behind, let's say 20 points at halftime?
No, look, confidence. The back is back against the wall now. There's no turning point. You have to push. It's a matter of pride. It's a matter of you know, presenting yourself in the best possible way. It's not about that. I still come back to the beginning. I did some experimenting. We can say, if we can call it experimenting, I would say that some players get more minutes for me to see what can we get from them when the big playoffs comes, when the cup week comes. Still, Thomas plays under restricted minutes. Also, Joan is coming back from injury as well as Damian. So, for me, that was a valuable lesson to see who is able to play the best team in the league and what can he bring. Because definitely the rotation will become shorter when the time arrives. And for me now, it was necessary to see which players was able to contribute the way team expects and needs them, and which wasn't. But overall, to go back to your question, it's confidence. It's not about really confidence. It's just manning up in defense in the second halftime. You know, concentration. Our stance one-on-one on side pick and rolls was not solid. So, you know, when we manned up defensively and when we respected some basic basketball principles on a defensive end, we managed to get some run, but that wasn't the case from the start.
No. Perfect. Any questions from the audience? No, I think then. Is there a question from behind? No one. Then we are going to conclude this press conference. Thank you very much, Geert. Thank you very much, Ivan. See you next time. Safe travels.